To people talking about this immigration crisis that is going on. Jessica Vaughn joins us, Director of Policy Studies for the Center for Immigration Studies. Jessica Vaughn, welcome to St. Louis and welcome to KTRS Radio.
Thank you.
First, let's get to the number. Do we know how many kids are actually being held?
Well, there are about 57,000 children who've arrived on their own. And there are about double that number of people who've arrived as part of a family unit. In other words, one or two parents traveling with at least one child. So we're talking, significant numbers. It's probably going to get close to 200 to 250,000 before the year is out.
Why is this happening now? I understand the word's out. They're saying that there are rumors down in Central America, down in Mexico, that they're all coming. But why is it that they're being captured now, whereas before they would just sort of leak across the border and sort of fade into American society? 'But yet, why are they being held? Whereas, say, 10 years ago, they weren't being held. Are they just being caught more? Are they purposely being caught? Why are we able to capture them now? $250,000 people. You mentioned 57,000 children. Forget the whole political side of it. That's just a logistical nightmare. You have to feed them and bathe them and clothe them and house them. That is a humanitarian crisis. President Obama has asked for $4 billion to help fix the system. Is there a political fix? Because they can't agree on what day of the week it is in Washington. What do you think should happen? Can I ask a stupid question? And that is, it seems to me like the immigration system is working. If they're being captured while they're trying to come over the border and they're being held, okay, so it's taking us time to send them back. But it seems to me that we're actually capturing the illegals, and it looks like our borders are much more secure than they were, say, 10 years ago. So you're telling me that the kids are coming over, parents are coming over, they're being processed, and they were planning on coming to St. Louis because they have friends and family in St. Louis, and the feds are releasing them and allowing them then to continue on to their final destination? Yeah, the federal government for years has been giving illegal immigrants some type of tax ID number, correct?
That's right.
Yeah. So they're
if they decide they want to get a tax refund, usually is when they apply for that.
right. Well, but so right. So I mean, for years they've been doing this. There's been a lot of talk that President Bush signed some legislation that would force these people to go in front of a judge.
Well, there was a bill passed by Congress in 2008 the president signed that was meant to protect children who were the victims of human trafficking. In other words, they were being sold into the sex trade or involuntary servitude of some kind. That's the law people are referring to. Most of the children who are coming in the current surge do not fit into that category whatsoever. Their parents paid for them to be smuggled in most cases. And once they're reunited with their parents, they're no longer unaccompanied, which is the federal term for it. So, our DHS has the opportunity to enforce the law if it wanted to, but immigration agents are being told not to hold these people, not to try to deport them, to simply let them sit on a dysfunctional immigration court docket until they get around to them, and they may never even set a court date for them.
I thought President Obama was sending people back more rapidly over the last number of years.
No, what they were able to achieve what they called record deportations by starting to count Border Patrol apprehensions as deportations and using that to make it seem like they were being tougher than anyone ever before in enforcing the law, when in fact it was more of a statistical sleight of hand. Interior removals have dropped, have been cut in half over the last few years under the Obama administration. And that's what people really understand. They know that if they make it here, nobody's going to try to send them home unless they get convicted of a serious crime, and sometimes not even then, frankly.
Jessica Vaughn, we got to go. Director of Policy Studies, Center for Immigration Studies. Thank you for your time, Jessica.
Thank you.